After Ascension Crime Will Disappear. By Steve Beko. The After Ascension series looks at what we can expect after we gain the fifth dimension. Today we look at how criminal behavior will not follow us into the fifth dimension, using a question and answer format. Q. What can we look forward to regarding situations that have been a plague on the planet? A. Matthew Ward. Situations that have been a plague on the planet: wars, murders, rape and other violence, man-made diseases and weather, government surveillance of citizens, police brutality, unjust laws, false accusations and imprisonment, sales of weaponry and other war equipment, sex slavery, child molestation, pornography. Issues derived from the influence of the darkness will diminish until they cease entirely because of people's heightened consciousness and spiritual clarity. 1. Q. Will the dark powers be able to work their mischief in the higher dimensions? A. Quran. No more shall you be at the mercy of the dark powers, as they cannot enter the higher dimensions with their lower vibrations. 2. Salusa. There is no place in the higher dimensions for the lower vibrations that you are experiencing. The light is such that nothing except the truth can exist within it, and not only that, even thoughts need to be pure, as each soul knows what another one is thinking. However, there is privacy where one's desire to dwell within their personal daydreams. As you raise your vibrations, so being of the truth becomes quite natural to you, and is part of the love you feel for all souls. Believe us, it is not difficult to live up to the higher expression of yourselves. We understand your problems on earth, as you can be often disadvantaged by telling the truth, or get another person into trouble. The importance lies with how you think from within and your intentions. 3. At last you will be free from the attention of the dark ones. There is no place in the new dimension for anything that is less, and you will be able to feel the heightened vibrations. It will be quite a new experience to know that every other person with you is of the same vibrations, and to be trusted and honest in all of their contact with you. 4. Salusa. As benign beings you are capable of the greatest acts of love and compassion, and when the negative influences are removed we see you coming into your own. 5. Q. How will we operate in the area of justice and policing after Ascension? A. Salusa. There will be changes in your laws so that justice can be seen to be operating in a fair manner. Your rights will be restored and fully protected, so that you cannot be held or imprisoned without sufficient evidence. It is also important that you are allowed legal representation as your right, and not held guilty until it is proven. Equally as important will be a restructuring of the powers given to those who apply the law and police your streets. 6. Q. How will the galactic presence impact criminal behavior? A. Salusa. Once we come to your Earth and address your problems, and people see a brighter future ahead, the level of crime will dramatically fall. Clearly, removing inequality and poverty will by itself remove conditions that often lead to crime. We also see that the need to take drugs to escape your reality, or for social occasions, will decline. 7. Q. What will take the place of drugs and other forms of escape? A. Salusa. People will find peace and happiness living their lives as intended, by being occupied in interesting and rewarding occupations. The pressure and stress of your present way of life will disappear, and much more time given to pleasurable pursuits. Fulfillment in your lives is not something you are used to experiencing, but it will become the normal way of life. Such changes are destined to introduce you to conditions you can expect to expand as you near Ascension. The old ways are already beginning to disappear, and will have no place in the higher dimensions. To say the least, everything will change until the vibrations have been sufficiently lifted up to put duality behind you. 8. Matthew Ward. As the darkness continues to fade, love will replace conflict and tyranny with peace and cooperation. Love will eliminate the superficial superiority of one group over another. Love will enlighten those who regard others as possessions or dispensable and uplift those who have been subjected to living in those conditions. In short, love is the power that is transforming your world. 9. Q. What a relief it will be to live in peace. To live in peace without any threat to it will be a wonderful feeling of freedom and joy. The problems of health and the challenge of mere existence that beset you in the third dimension will no longer be a factor in your lives. It is difficult to convey the absolute feeling of happiness and contentment, which has to be experienced to be appreciated. 10.